name is Dimitra Milan and I'm a professional artist. I've been selling my work the past 10 years, and today I thought it'd be fun to just sit down with you guys and show you my process for watercolor painting and just share about why I paint what I paint and the meaning behind the subject matter I choose. I hope this video is just really inspiring for you guys and inspires you to try new things, explore different mediums, or if you're a beginner, maybe this will inspire you to give painting a try. So I have just a regular piece of watercolor paper, and I printed out just a bunch of different reference images to work from, and I just want to create a page kind of going off of like a forest theme. Forest animals, bugs, nature. I'm going to use these references as inspiration and a starting point. So I'm going to start with this little snail on the mushroom. I haven't really painted a lot of mushrooms. I don't think I've ever painted a snail before, but I thought this would just be really cute. And my son is obsessed with snails for whatever reason. So I think he'll like this drawing. So I paint a lot of animals in my work. That is just a part of my normal subject matter, and I have just always loved animals since I was a little girl. I first wanted to own a zoo and be a zookeeper. That was like my first idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. Then it kind of like got more focused on farm animals specifically, and I dreamed of having a farm one day. I did when I was like growing up, like 10 to maybe age 15. We had a couple acres of land, and we had goats and horses and chickens, like a huge herd of chickens. I guess I've just always had a fascination with animals and nature. So now that I have the sketch in there a little bit, I'm going to start painting, and I'm going to use my favorite watercolors that are from Gallo in Italy, and these are made from honey, so they are just really unique colors, and they are very high quality. So as I've gotten more into watercolor painting specifically, I have learned to just go very slow with it and be very patient with the layers and utilize the white of the paper as the highlights, which is sometimes really difficult to do. And it ends up looking so much better. I think there's always a deeper reason to why artists paint what they paint, and whether they're aware of it or not. Most artists are aware of it because it really goes in hand with their message, and just going back to the why of like why even paint, why be an artist and create paintings. I think for me, animals are like, what fascinates me is just how diverse and beautiful and different they all are, and just being captivated by God's creation. Like, it's just so vast and there's so many differences, and every animal has certain characteristics that stand out. I think probably now that I'm thinking about it, talking about it, what really drew me to painting animals in the first place, besides my love for animals since I was little, was my dreams, because I have always dreamed so vividly, and I definitely go in seasons like where I'll remember my dreams and then sometimes I don't remember them at all. I think that happens to all of us, but I have had so many impactful dreams in my life where they like live with me and like I just really think about them. This might sound strange to some people watching, but in my family, my parents instilled in me that our dreams always meant something, and it was God's way of talking to us when we're not really paying attention. Through dreams and understanding symbolism through dream interpretation made me even more fascinated with seeing everything in life as a symbol. So that changed my perspective towards animals.
Ain't it funny, thought I was lacking.
Probably one of my most impactful dreams with animals has been kind of like a repeating dream where I'll be swimming with whales, and every time that happens I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta paint this. I used to paint whales a lot when I was younger, definitely inspired from those dreams. I think symbolism is also very personal, like it is so individualistic because everyone has their own experiences with everything in life, so you bring that into the interpretation. And when I think about whales, I just feel always in awe of them, and they really don't have like any predators. Like they are the biggest animals on Earth, and so they're just majestic. To me, they feel like immovable, like they symbolize faith in a way. They also just feel very great, so they symbolize greatness also. And I've always had that feeling in the dream where I'm swimming with them and it's just like this awe-struck moment. So it's like being face to face with greatness. And I think I've dreamt about whales before something big happens in my life.
Wisdom to know the difference.
So now I'm just kind of trying to fill up the paper and gonna just keep adding. I'm gonna paint this Luna moth. Luna moths are really rare to see in the daytime because they only come out at night, and they have a super short lifespan. I can't remember how long it is, but it might just be like a day. So it's so rare and special when people actually find them. And I did find one when we were deciding if we were going to move to Georgia or not, and I found one on our trip. It was just like right on the ground in front of me, and I was taking that as a sign that we were meant to move there. When I first found my voice as an artist, I was like 13 or 14 years old. I think I was 14. I was in the process of finding my voice, wanting to have a unique style that stood out from the rest. I started really digging deep, trying to think about the things I cared about and what kind of beauty I wanted to capture on the canvas. And animals just kept coming back to me. Like I had to paint animals and mix with flowers, nature, all kinds of stuff. And then I wanted it to not just be a portrait of an animal. So I was painting animals for a while, and it was just not feeling like it was enough. Then I combined it with women, and that's when I felt like I hit on something unique. My paintings began to tell a story. The symbolism just felt endless to me. Like there are so many possibilities and different animal combinations. I started playing around with just focusing on like the dangerous animals, bringing them into like a peaceful scene of like harmony with the women I was painting. So it was like mixing this dangerous kind of scary imagery, but making it soft and beautiful. I did that for a few years, and I still paint a lot of women and animals today. But lately, in the past couple years, I've focused a little bit more on the nature side of it, and nature meaning like a lot of flowers, bees, like insects and combining that with less dangerous animals. So a little bit more on like the softer side.
Falls off the mountainside, and in these bones travel bites.
In the last few months, I've had quite a lot of dreams about bees. When I really think about the symbolism or what they mean to me in those specific dreams, I think they symbolize like working together. I love bees. I see how important they are in our everyday life. And I think what I love most is that they're so small, and you think like maybe they're not that important. Like how can something so small be so impactful? But they are. We wouldn't be able to live without them. I actually had a dream that Jake and I were like bees in a hive, and we were filling the cells with honey, and then it turned into like oil paint, and I was filling all the cells with oil paint, and it was like a really crazy dream, but it felt like, wow, this means something really deep here. I just gotta really think about it and journal about it. So I've translated that like into my paintings, and I feel really connected to my art when I am able to paint from my dreams. It doesn't happen all the time, but when I can make it work, I will try to incorporate what I dream into my art.
These castle walls hold mysteries, and the piper plays with dignity. Fire dance guidely in the cloud. Dance we did till the sun went down.
What's this? What's this? Snail. A snail. We love a snail. Bamboo. Bamboo, that's right. Flower. Flower.
Eat the strawberry?
Yeah.
I love that.
And I will keep you in my thoughts. The land the time forgot. The land the time forgot. I will hold you in my arms. I will hold you in my arms. And I will keep you in my thoughts. The land the time forgot. The land the time forgot.
I really had no idea going into this what the end result would be. I guess the joy of this process is just not knowing the ending, and that keeps it more exciting for me. But probably my favorite part of this painting is the first section that I did. I feel like I spent the most time on the mushroom with the snail and the strawberries. I really love how that turned out. The rest of this got a little bit more abstract as I went. I was kind of playing with leaving just a sketch and combining pens and just kind of, combining abstract with realism. And that's my normal style that I paint in. So I wanted to combine that into a watercolor piece, just kind of get into the right brain, relax, and have fun with it, because That's what painting's about. I could always like take a scan of each individual little sketch or watercolor piece and cut it out and like create stickers from it or incorporate it into a pattern for something. That's like my long-term plan for my watercolor paintings, to turn them into some kind of fun product. For now, just getting practice in and just having fun with it. So I hope this video really inspires you guys. If you are an artist watching, go deeper into why you paint what you paint, because there's a reason behind it. We're all drawn to some sort of beauty for a reason and a purpose that can be tied into your message. I'd love to know in the comments what inspires you. If you loved this video, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to know, because I'm planning to do a Q&A video soon, so you can leave questions below and I will save them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.